What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Seahawks. I'm going to be previewing the game tomorrow against the Cardinals. I'm going to go over injury updates and overall team updates, and go over what I think should be done in order to walk away with this W. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, so tomorrow, October 22nd, we play the 1-5 Arizona Cardinals. As you know, I live here in Arizona, but I don't root for them because I've been a Hawks fan since 2010. Just because I moved states doesn't mean I'm not gonna stop rooting for my Hawks. I'm just gonna talk about what we need to do here to get this W. Last week against Cincinnati, we did not execute the way that we wanted on offense. We were 1 for 5 in the red zone, but we had nearly double the offensive output that Cincinnati had, and we still couldn't convert. And our defense played a masterful game, played with their hearts out that game, and we could not capitalize on it. So we definitely got to bounce back, and I think we will. Geno will have a better game, and even though he threw 2 interceptions, he threw over 300 yards. So that's something to build, that he can build off that, and he can bounce back off that. We got to run the ball more, though. You see here the Cardinals allow over 130 rushing yards per game. Wow, we allow 79, which is crazy. That's insane. I mean, like I said, we have improved so much in that run defense, and we're starting to get better at rushing the passer. So it's good to hear, good to see and hear. But we got to convert those red zone trips. Even if we do not, even if we don't, convert, we got to go settle for field goals. I saw there was multiple times, not just in this Bengals game, but even in that Giants game, there was like a 4th and 2 or a fourth and short, and we tried to convert, but we couldn't. And we could have had easy points, guaranteed points. You gotta get those guaranteed points, because even with as bad as Geno played, if we just settled for those field goals, and if Geno didn't throw the interception to JSN, and I feel like that might be due to play calling on that one, we might have been able to win that game off field goals, just off the K9 touchdown, the opening touchdown, and then the field goals, because our defense was getting stop after stop after stop. So we lost like at least 6 points there, and we lost 13-17. We could have won 19-17 if we converted our field goals. So always take those guaranteed points, even if it seems like it's not the right thing to do. You have to get those points, because you don't know, because you can't take these points for granted. So, but overall, yeah, we got to convert in the red zone, though. We gotta get these touchdowns. And I know last week the offensive line kind of lost us the game as well. So many penalties, allowed sacks, allowed 13 quarterback pressures. Hopefully we can clean that up against the Cardinals tomorrow. But yeah, if we clean that up and Geno has a better game, man, I don't see why we don't blow these guys out. I mean, we are favored by more than a touchdown, by 8 points, so we should be able to go and take care of the business. So, but moving on, Jamal Adams, as you guys have probably seen, he was fined $50K by the NFL for verbal remarks and inappropriate contact with sideline doctor. It was the same concussion doctor that he was yelling at in the Giants game when he got taken out. And this was the concussion doctor that they had to reevaluate. They had to evaluate Jake Bobo after that hit he took after that first down completion. And Jamal Adams was like, "Yo, hey, he's good. Stop with that." And I guess he touched him and made contact with him, which you shouldn't do that. But hey, I respect like this is the energy that we needed from him. He's out here bringing exuberance. He's out here bringing this dog energy that we need to be instilling, not just in the defense, but for this entire team. Him being on that field makes everybody else better. And you saw how we did. You saw how he did against the Bengals. He had an amazing day against the Bengals. So I'm glad he's back. We need this energy, but tone it down and just take it out on the field. Don't take it out on your team doctors that want to make sure you're healthy and don't want your injuries to be worse. So, but I do like Jamal Adams' work ethic and like his energy, like the energy that he brings to the team. I think it's a very positive thing for this young squad too, to instill that dog mentality in them. So keep at it, Jamal, but just don't get suspended. and don't be fined anymore. But moving on to injuries, doesn't really look that bad, to be honest. But we have a lot of people that are questionable that are important, and that is on our offensive line. Evan Brown questionable, Zach Charbonnet questionable, Jake Curhan questionable, DK questionable, and Phil Haynes questionable. Evan Brown, Jake Curhan, and Phil Haynes is pretty bad because that's like half our O-line, 2 of which are starters. If Evan Brown doesn't start, then it'll be Olu that'll start. And if Phil Haynes doesn't start, I would assume it'd be Anthony Bradford again. And if Jake Curhan doesn't start, I would assume Stone will go in and start for him. So I'm hoping at least 2 of these guys play. And even if it's if I had to choose between the one person that I want us to have in is Evan Brown. Because we need our center. We need our center bad. And honestly, no. I honestly want to see Olu start. So honestly, I feel like the one person that we need to have is Phil Haynes because he's had a really, really good year so far. And but I'm glad to see that Charles Cross and Damian Lewis are back. Lewis missed the last game, but I'm glad to see that he was a full participant yesterday. So that's good to hear. But hopefully these guys will play. I feel like though we should rest Phil Haynes because this calf injury just won't go away, and if you keep letting him play through it, it's just going to get worse and worse. We have Damian Lewis back. Anthony Bradford will get some quality starting time and quality experience. We got to rest these guys and make sure they're healthy for down the stretch. And this would hurt too if he doesn't play, Zach Charbonnet, because he's been our power back the past few weeks and has shown so much promise the past few weeks. And him missing the game would be rough because that means DJ Dallas would be our our power back. And I don't really like Dallas as a power back. I feel like he's better as like a kick returner and a run blocker, or a blocker in general, a pass blocker. Sorry. So I want him to be back, but it is a hamstring injury, and you don't want to make those worse because, like I said in the past, hamstrings are fickle injuries, and you do not want to aggravate those and make those worse. I mean, you saw what happened to Devin Witherspoon over the summer. But moving on to the Cardinals injuries, Antonio Hamilton is out with a groin. We got Zach Pascal questionable with a neck injury. We got Jalen Thompson out, safety. I think that might be their starting safety, one of their safeties. Budda Baker is questionable with a hamstring. Keltrell Clark, cornerback, hamstring, questionable. Kyler Murray is out, but as you all know, that he was brought back to practice and is on that 21-day window to be removed from the PUP list. And then Elijah Wilkinson, offensive line, is out with a neck injury. And Kevin Strong, I don't even know what position. Is that D lineman? I don't even know what position that is. Calf injury, questionable. So these guys have a few people out, and a couple are key. I know Antonio Hamilton's one of their good guys. Jalen Thompson's one of their good guys. They're missing an offensive lineman. That's not going to be good. So we got to take advantage. We got to get business done. Got to see that we're getting our cornerbacks back. We get Artie Burns and Trey Brown. Trey Brown is good to go. But yeah, that's our injury report for both teams. We got to go take care of business and take advantage of these injuries that they have too. But moving on, this is by Bob Condota. Shout out to him. This is open target miss rate, and this is for anybody that's concerned about Geno's performance on Sunday, and even me myself, looking at this, calm me down and realize how good Geno has been for us the past couple years, ever since he stepped in for Russell Wilson back in 2021. Open target miss rate, the percentage of time that the receiver was charted as open, but the pass was charted as inaccurate as a percentage of all charted open target passes. Just 2023 only so far. So, you see Brock Purdy is up near the top, Joshua Dobbs is near the top. But look at where we are. We're down here. Geno Smith, he has an open target miss rate of only 3.1%, which means he is accurate, deadly accurate. I mean, he's up there with Mahomes, he's up there with Cousins, he's up there with Tua, T-Law, Josh Allen. That's elite company right there because these guys are better quarterbacks than Geno Smith. Even Kirk Cousins, I feel like, is having a better year than Geno right now. He just has a crappy team around him. And he is out here 3.1% miss rate. That's really good. That's what you can ask for. That's all you can ask for out of your quarterback, really, is hitting his targets. and I'm not worried about that last game because, you know, it was just a one-off. Like I said, people have bad games. Josh Allen had opened up against the Jets and threw like 3 interceptions. It happens. It happens. And then he bounced back the week after and has bounced back since. So, not worried about that. And I'm glad to see that he's near the bottom. 3rd best open target miss rate. The 3rd lowest, I should say. But moving on to what we need to do to get this dub, we have to run the ball more. Like I said when I was previewing the Bengals video, K9 was not even top 10 in rushing attempts. We have to give him the ball more, and I'm gonna speak to K9 as well. I want him to stop looking for the big play. I want him to just get those yards that we need to you know, put us in good field position, put us in those second down and 6, second down and 5 and 4, make it easier for the pass game and for play action, and in those like third down and 2s, second down and 2s, I don't want us to use K9 as a power I want power back. I want unless he wants to be unless he runs as a power back in those situations and stops being like trying to be elusive, we got to put in Charbonnet, assuming that he does play this game. Even last game, there were a lot of third down and 2s, 3rd and shorts, 2nd and shorts. Tried giving it to K9 and he tried bouncing around, and we was not have no gain or even lose yardage. And we got to give it to Charbonnet. That's what we got Charbonnet for, to punch those guys and be a power back and be a bruiser to that D-line. We got to run the ball more, though, because it tires out the D-line, like I said, and it opens up the play action game and the passing game. And then Geno's just got to have a better game. He's got to hit his open targets, and I need him to hit JSN more. I need him to look for JSN more because JSN is starting to show out now. You saw that against the Bengals, and he missed that touchdown that would have potentially won us the game. So I want him to see JSN more, and I want him to target JSN more, and be more comfortable with his guys in the pocket. If he needs to step in the pocket, do so, but don't anticipate the pocket breaking down that Russell Wilson did when he was here, and he's still doing it in Denver. You don't want to continue to do that. You want to be able to have good pocket presence and be comfortable in your guys. And look what it's done to you. Look what it's done to you in the past when you've done that. You've thrown wide open, perfect passes. And sometimes in tight coverage too. I want to continue to see him, Geno, do that. And then for the defense, I just want us to continue playing the way that we've been playing the past few weeks. We've been stopping the run. We've been getting to the quarterback more efficiently and effectively. We've been covering better in the secondary too. I want us to continue doing that. So, but I think that's all I have for this video. Comment below on how you think we'll do tomorrow and what your prediction for the score will be. I may or may not make a post-game reaction video after the game on Sunday. If not, I will make a video Monday or Tuesday going over the game, whether we win or lose. Hopefully it's the win. I'm expecting a win. But if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day. And go Hawks, go Mariners, go Kraken, and go Sounders, because I know they're in the playoffs. So peace and have a good night.